1080p 60, the gold standard of game streaming. But PC Master Race has moved on. They want to see 120, then 144. Well, I've got a treat for you. I went and got the company card and I bought myself a couple 240Hz monitors. So let's do some game streaming on these bad boys. Hey there, my name is James and I'm the Technical Community Manager here at Parsec, and today I thought I'd justify to my boss why I bought two 240Hz monitors. So I was thinking, how can I push Parsec to the limits? How can I do something next level that's never been done before? And I thought, well, you know, 1080p 60 is pretty cool standard for game streaming, but could we do faster? And I talked to the team and they said, no, you can't. Calm down. And then I went and bought these and I thought, well, let's give it a go. So what we have here is two machines. I've got the host machine, it's running a GTX 1070, and the client machine, it's running a GTX 1050 Ti. They're both connected to 240Hz monitors. But what I thought would be interesting is doing a bit of a scale up. So we start at 60Hz, we test that with a 1000 FPS camera, and we see the latency difference between the host and the client machine. Then we go to 120, we do the same thing. And then finally we land on 240Hz, and we see what would a game streaming experience look like at 240Hz. Let's dig into it now. So what we have here is a 60Hz gameplay being played back at 1000 frames a second. As I fire, you'll notice there's a small delay between the host machine on the left and the client machine on the right. That's nothing down to Parsec. That's actually the simple mathematics of it taking at least 16.7 milliseconds to deliver a 60Hz frame. So at any point in time, your game streaming will be 16.7 milliseconds at least behind the host machine. So we tried 60 frames a second, and we saw the implications of that to game streaming. Let's bump it up, double the speed to 120. So we've moved to 120 frames a second. That's a frame time of around 8 milliseconds. And as you can see, the latency between the host and the client has decreased. It's not flawless yet, but it's getting there. We're shooting at 1000 frames a second, so there's absolutely no room for error. So we just experimented with 120 frames per second game streaming. But let's bump it up a little bit. I just locked it into 240 frames a second. Let's get this on the high-speed camera and see how it comes out. All right, so we jacked it up to 240Hz. Now what we see is a reduction of frame time delta to 4 milliseconds or so. What that means is that there's almost exact symmetry. Remember, we're seeing this at 1000 FPS. That's 30 to 40 times slower than you'd normally see a video. So any difference between these two screens is really insignificant to the human eye, as you can see by the video recording we did with the normal DSLR. When we switch back to the 1000 FPS footage though, you really notice how small of a gap there is. At 240Hz, enabled by Parsec, there's almost no delay to your gameplay. So that's 240Hz streaming with Parsec, but that's not even the limit of Parsec. We turned VSync off, and we're now locked at around 280 frames per second. At Parsec, we strive to deliver the fastest, highest quality, and easiest to use game streaming solution. And it's free. So if you want to sign up and download our app now, head to our website, parsec.tv. If you want to join our community and ask some questions, head to our Discord with the links in the video description below. And if you want to support our content, please like and subscribe so you can follow along and see what we get up to. And until next time, peace out.